Hey, this is Pete at Graphics, and today we're going to talk about configuring Photogize Kiosk to capture customer information. As you may know, the default mode in Kiosk is to just let a customer place a print order, totally frictionless, without asking them to key in emails or addresses or names or all of that. So you can configure Kiosk to capture as much of that information as you like. And once you do that, that information actually gets pushed up into Retailer Central, and you can view or export that information into a form such that you can market to those customers. You may want to send emails or straight up mail, snail mail to these customers, and you do that by capturing this information. So that's what we're going to talk about, and it's really three pieces. Number one is I'm going to show you how to configure the capture mechanism on the kiosk so that you can capture all this information. Number two, we're going to actually view and export that information in Retailer Central. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to do Photo Central authentication at the Photogize kiosk. What that means is that if you have a Photo Central account, your customers can actually log into the kiosk with their Photo Central authentication, meaning their email and their password, and we will pull through all of their Photo Central information, the information they've keyed into Photo Central, their profile, and push that up with every print order. So before we continue, you'll note at the top of the screen that we're talking about version 3 of the kiosk. So this is all relevant to version 3. If you don't have version 3, you should visit our website if you have version 2 and check out ways that you can upgrade to version 3. So let's get to it. So this is our kiosk here, and if I just go and place a print order, I'm going to motor through one of these, make standard prints, say print just one thing, and complete my print order. So you've seen this before, and I'm done. Now the problem with that is that we haven't captured any information about the customer. We don't know who it is. We don't have any emails. We have nothing. Now, so that's okay. It's very friction free and makes it easy to place orders. But really, if you want to do some downstream marketing, you may want to capture more information, and you do that by configuring it. So let's start over and click on the configuration key. Now you may have to key in a password to get into your configuration screen, and we'll click Configure Kiosk. So the tab you want in the configuration is this Consumer Options tab. And if you look down, you'll see that for name, address, phone, and email, we actually have a selector box that's set by default to NA or not available. So you can set these customer capture fields to either optional or required. In other words, you have to have that information to proceed with the order. So I am going to set my name as optional, my address is optional. We'll see if we can capture that. My phone is optional, but I do want to require an email. So I'm going to put that in. If I click OK and return to my kiosk, now when someone comes up and tries to place a print order, standard prints, custom, I just want one of that. I could proceed. It's going to give me this page that asks for this information, and the only information I have to put in is this email, but I'm going to put it all in here. So let's just key in some information. Alright, so I've given up my information. I'm going to continue with my order and place it. So this is the order number. Let me go now to Retailer Central. I'm going to key in my Retailer Central ID. Once I get to the main page, if I click and expand the order section, I can click on the kiosk order log, and I should see, here's my order, the order I just placed. So this has some information like what kind of jobs are in it. I ordered a 4x6 matte print, right? If I click on view, you'll see this information at the bottom, all of which was captured at the kiosk. I keyed all this in, right? So now I have all this information, and I can do things like I can advanced search and say I only want my orders, say, between January, or let's see, January 1st of 2013 to, say, January 31st of 2013. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. 2013. And now I'll get all my orders in January, right? So once I do that, I can then export my results. If I click up here on export, I can get, say, an Excel spreadsheet that contains all the records of that range that I just searched for. So once I do that, I get an Excel spreadsheet, which I then can use to sort and input into some downstream processing and so forth. So that's how you capture at the kiosk information. That's where you view it and export it in Retailer Central. All right, let's go back to our kiosk and do one more thing, and that is I am going to enable in the configuration that same page at the bottom. If you look at this enable authentication, if I say yes to that, I now get a key on every page that gives me a PhotoCentral login ID. So I can click through merrily here, do my same order, and again, you can log in anytime. Your customers can log in anytime. Same thing I'm faced now with this, so I can either key that information in, or I can just actually log in to my PhotoCentral account and that information gets pulled forward. Again, I'll continue with my order, and that information will be in my kiosk order log. So let's go back to my kiosk order log, show all. And here's that order that I just placed, this 10,025, and here's the information that we captured. And really, that's all there is to it, to capturing information at kiosk.